In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a standout portfolio scroll for your personal website. I think as a agency owner myself, someone who works with multiple clients, and as someone who's in developer relations as a developer, I think having a portfolio that not only shows all the work you've done, but also stands out and pops is incredibly important. So I'm really excited to show you this, how I built it and how you can do it too. Let's go. Okay, so I am on the Wix Studio website. When you create your account, you're gonna go ahead and click create new site. And for this particular video, we're gonna just use a Studio blank canvas or a Studio template. So they're pretty amazing. You can do wireframes and etc. But let's start with Studio blank canvas. Okay, so now that we're here on the completely blank Wix Studio page, first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. I don't want this here. Well, not just yet. I'm gonna delete this part. I want the top part, and I'm gonna add an image of mine. Let me change the image to my logo developer branded creative. Now, for those who are wondering what the heck is developer branded creative, it's just my my freelance agency. It's my name that I use, the name that I use when I work with my clients. It's white, so you can't see the text yet. So let me change this background color to yellow real quick. What color yellow should we use? I want it a little bit. There you go. No, yeah, I think that works. Let's see what this looks like. I like that, but I probably want it a little bit darker actually. Let's edit this. Let's see. Like this, I think this works. A little bit darker. I probably use my black logo later, but let's go ahead and worry about that another time. So that's my developer branded creative logo. Next, what I want to do is actually have it say developer branded creative again, but down below. So what I'm going to do is add text here real quick. All right. I'm going to add developer. Oh, nope. Developer branded. Oh, we're going to fix this. Cool. Let's fix this a little bit. Don't like that. One more. There you go. So this is the name of my company. So that's cool. But what if you could do something a little bit different when it comes to this? This is one of the simple ways that you can add a text or a title on here. But I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go here to the plus button in the top left. I'm going to click text. And I'm going to click text, not marquee, text mask. Now, what I like about this is that you have animated text, right? Usually you have to mess with the opacity and then put a background image behind that opacity using CSS. But now you can do all of this just straight up through Wix Studio. So I'm going to choose this one. So instead of having my text say developer branded creative there, let's delete that. Okay, hello. And we're going to put developer branded creative here. Oop. Check this out. Branded creative. Nice. And what's cool about this is if whatever changes I make in this small box applies to the larger box, right? Okay, cool. And then my text, I want to kind of float that to the left instead. All right, so this is the logo or the name of the website. Actually, because this is here, I don't really need this logo. So I'm just going to delete this for now. Right, I'm going to keep it like this. Now, I think this looks sick. I actually like this a lot. One thing I want to change is the background as well. I'm feeling this yellow. I like it a lot. So let's use this yellow color as well. I like the brighter one actually. So let's change this to the brighter one too. Boom. Yeah, that looks nice. Now, what do we want to do next? So, well, first of all, let's just view this. Now we press that eyeball in the top right corner, and now we can see what the website looks like so far. I think this alone is pretty cool. But of course, we want to kind of list out our portfolio, our projects. In this case, I'll be listing out clients. These are not real clients of mine. Of course, I'm not going to share who my actual clients are because I don't want no one to take them away from me. But we're going to do something kind of cool in the situation. So let's go back to clicking edit site. And now let's list out our clients. We're going to go ahead and click the add elements, and we're going to select layout tools, And there's a bunch of different things you can use for sections. In this case, we're going to use repeaters, and I'm going to select this. All right. And we're going to go ahead and drag this down here. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. So this will be the section where I list out the name of my clients, right? So we're going to put this here. And what's cool is I kind of want to add another item. I can add 5 maybe, but we'll just add 4 in this case because I don't want to make this video too long. So what we're going to do next is we kind of want to make this transparent. We're going to do that in just a second. But to kind of help this stand out a little bit more, we're going to add some lines. Okay. And to do that, go ahead and select this. Boom. Now, this is why they call it a repeater, which I like about this particular section, because whatever I do to this section, it's applied to everything else, right? So I think that's kind of cool. Now I want to make the background transparent. How do I do that? Opacity. Oh, there you go. You can change the background color here. All right, cool. So that works. You don't need to mess with opacity because it has the exact same background color. But as you can tell, what's kind of cool about this is what I apply to one section, it actually applies to everything else. Now, what we want to do next is list out the name of companies that we work with, right? So we're going to go ahead and click here on decorative. And I like this horizontal. No, not lines, kind of like dots. I'm not sure exactly how to explain that. Basic shapes. Let's see. I like that, but I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Oh, okay. So I think, I think I like this. All right, it's page. But I'm not sure why it's not adding it. Oh, there you go. There you go. And then now let's also watch this. Once I change the size to this, it'll apply to everything else. It's kind of crazy. Actually, no, I think that works. I like that. Now, this width is kind of too short for me. I'm going to make it a little wider. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go here. I'm going to click advanced settings where I can actually put a percent on here. It's on 61%. I like it at like 90. 90%. And as you can tell, it stretches out. That's actually a little bit too much. Let's do this at 80. Boom. And so now this will stay there. We have that. Now, check this out. We want to add some text to this as well, right? So these are the lines. I'm going to add a title. I'm just going to put a title here. Boom. Right. Make this a little shorter though. That works for now. Let's change the font size. So it's a 42. Maybe we'll aim for 5. Okay, so 5. Then we're going to add another one. Copy. I think right here works. Let's see. So we'll have number. You'll see why I'm doing this in just a second as well. And we're going to paste it one more time. And I'm going to add it actually to the very end. And you'll see why in just a second. And let's go ahead and let's make sure that the alignment is towards the right of this time. I like that a lot. Okay, and so why am I doing this? I'll show you right now. So I'm going to make up these clients right now for me. But number one, this will have number 1. Cool. And you know what? Because of that, I'm going to actually shorten this. We don't need it to be that long. See what I'm saying? It's like it could be that short. Right? This will be 2. This will be 3, 4. We can do 5 or 6, but we'll just do 4 for now. Then we're going to move this in a little bit more. Boom. And we're going to leave this here for now. Okay. So next, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. Let's just say these are my actual clients. Let's say we're working with Anchor. Let's say we're working with NordVPN. I remember seeing them all over YouTube. Another one would be jam.dev. Believe it or not, but one of these folks are actually one of my clients. And then, last but not least, let's just put YouTube. I like that. Okay, that works. Anchor. Did I add a space here by accident? I did. Cool. Next, what I'm going to add on this right side is kind of like what so next, what I'm going to add here is kind of like the space that they're in. Like, I guess you could say category. So anchor is more like battery, and computer, I'll say computer accessories. Now, again, this is too big. Actually, let's change this font. I totally forgot to change the font here. Change this to, change to 20 for now. Oh, wrong side. Change this to 20. Same with this. Change this to 20. And it applies it to everything. And same thing here. I think 20 works. Right? And so it's going to make it a little longer. So now it's not too big. You know what I mean? So there you go. Oh, there you go. And then NordVPN. Let's just say security, but let's say cybersecurity. And then jam.dev is a developer tool. And YouTube is, what space is YouTube in? Media. Okay, we'll just put that there. Okay, cool. So these are my clients. I like this, but honestly, I think I want the background to be kind of white. So let's change this a bit. Maybe that's too bright. Can I choose a different white? A different white. So there's that. I don't want it to, no, I think that looks good. I think that white looks good there. Next is kind of adjust the height on this. On the right side here on size, I'm gonna change this to say 60. Is that too much? No, that's not bad. Oh, the lowest is actually 73. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, how do I'm trying to figure out how to lessen the gaps. Okay, so it's at 80. What if I change it to 0? Oh, there you go. Perfect. Okay, so that looks clean to me. Now, this when you click on it, it can go to that page you have talking about what you did for that particular client. But I think this is the simple part I want to keep here, right? Keep it simple. Again, now if we click at preview, click preview, this is what it looks like. Now, of course, this will look much better. Okay, I promise you. So let's get back into this. Now we kind of want to add an animation here. Before that, I want to actually stretch this out a little bit more because we're going to add a lot. You can add like multiple sections, as you can see here, but I just want one full section, and I'm just going to make it unnecessarily long for now, just to make it a little easier for us. So what I'm going to do next is I want to have like a scrolling animation text at the bottom of the screen so that when people come here, you know what, we don't need this on here for the single page. Yeah, that's cool. At the bottom, I want to have a scrolling text that just says, take a look, right? Or look here, or check out my portfolio. And how do you do that? So you go ahead and click here and text. And there's something called, I think it's text marquee. All right. And that's kind of how it looks right here. And make sure it stretches the full screen. Now, that doesn't look great. I know. We'll fix that. But let's take a look at what it looks like on the actual website. So that's what it would look like. But of course, we're going to change the text. The text down here, 43 is kind of too big. Maybe we'll do 20 as well. I don't like this font. No, it's kind of weird. I don't want it to be too big, but I want it to look simple still. I think that's good. Semi-bold or medium? Medium looks good. Cool. Okay, now what we want to do next is add some text. So let's go ahead and let's edit the text here. So, hi curious visitor. I'm going to say take a look. And rather than having, I think this is a frog. I'm assuming it's a frog, but let's kind of change that to something else. How do I change that? Separator. I think it's this. Yep. So this is separator. We don't like that. Let's kind of change it. So let's see. This might be better. Yeah, I like that. All right, so there goes that animation there, which is kind of cool. Okay, so let's take a look at preview. I think that looks kind of sick already. Now we're going to make this a little bit better, of course, but we're getting there. We're getting much closer to making our website, though it's simple here, it's going to really stand out. So now what we want to add next is a section for you to display, whether if it's your portfolio, whether if it's your projects, to your actual clients. So what we're going to do next is create that section. Now look at this. I don't have to do any CSS or HTML. It's so easy to add particular sections. So what I'm going to add here real quick is just a title. Quick add title. That works. Again, I kind of want to make this a little smaller. Let's say 20 pixels. I think that works. All right. So I think this works. And then I'm just going to add another one. It didn't exactly copy it though. Copy, paste. There you go. All right. And then I'm going to have 4 rows for this. One more. Okay. Now I want y'all to check this out. This is kind of cool. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this kind of stack on each other. Look at this. That's kind of sick. And I wonder if I can do vertical. No, that works. So now they're actually like one item. It's kind of easier to work around with. And for this, we're going to add it right here in the middle. Now next, we want to, well, let me show you what this is actually supposed to be. So before I actually move on to the next part, here we're going to have number 1. Under it, it's going to say, what's my first client? Anchor. Okay. And then add title, which will be, what is this? Let's say battery and computer accessories. Now the text is kind of too big here, so let's kind of fix this. The font size. Can I apply it to 1? No, it has to be individual. That's the one thing I forgot to fix. That's okay. So I'll change it to 16. Boom. 16. Same with this. Where's the font? Oh. 16. And here 16. This is kind of too long. So I'm just going to say, you know what? Let's just change it to this for now. Just for the sake of making this kind of look nice. Did I spell that right? I'm not sure. I think I'm missing like 2 S's, right? Yeah. Cool. All right. So that section is supposed to say, hey, this is the kind of stuff we have on here. And by the way, this needs to be aligned to the right. So let's fix this real quick. I don't want that floating there. Boom. So it kind of looks nicer. I like this. Now let's add the image, right? So now we want to add an image. Not like that. I want to do this first. Boom. I'm going to add the image down here. Boom. And you know what? Below that, no, this kind of looks weird. I feel like we want a divider here as well. So let's actually add that divider. So we're going to use this line that we've had earlier. We're going to have this here for now. And we're going to stretch it out. And because if I stretch it out, it'll be too long. We don't want that. So I'm going to leave it like that. And then exact same thing. Whoa. Exact same thing below it. So it's adding on another line, just kind of like a divider, right? Boom. And then below that, we also want text to kind of explain what we're doing. So we're going to add a paragraph down here. And to make this a little bit more nice, so we're going to stretch this out with the image. Yeah, I think that looks good to me, actually. Nice. Now, look at this. What's kind of cool, something I'm so used to doing as a front-end developer, is putting containers around everything, right? Oops. Now, with this, with Wix Studio, you don't have to like physically put a container around anything. There's actually a way for it to do it for you. I'm just going to put this container first before, come on, this wants to kind of fit a little bit more. There you go. And this is a little too wide. So let's shrink this in a little bit. So it's all within here. Nice. That looks more clean, right? Yeah, that looks much more better. One more time. Let's do this. Boom. I think that looks better. There you go. Is that good? I think that's good. Okay, cool. Now what I'm going to do next is actually add a container around this. So I'm going to select this, and on here, I think there's something called container. Oh no, Boom. Place in a container. Cool. Because now, if I just simply select this container, it selects everything. And this is going to be huge for later. But one thing I don't like on here is the kind of spacing on within the container, right? The spacing inside this line, the spacing outside of this square, which is the margin, inside is the padding. So let's make some changes to the padding. The way you do that is down here under position. If you see this box, if I select outside the square, that's the margin. If I select inside, it's the padding. So let's add I think one rem is 16 pixels, right? So let's add 16 pixels on here and then apply it to everything else. And look at that. That looks great. Now the spacing inside is kind of messed up. So let's fix that again. Boom. So no. Let's fix this a little bit more. There you go. That looks way better. Cool. And let's fix this spacing real quick. I don't like how this looks right now. Boom. And obviously, yeah, I think that looks good. Other than that, though, I think we want to add a background too. So the background color for this container, let's see if we're able to do this pretty easily. Hold on, let me select this. White. Look at that. I think that looks sick. And I'm just going to leave this text here as is. Now what we want to do next is actually change the image. And I think I have an anchor image on here. If not, let me upload it real quick. Let me just upload it. Boom. All right. Update the image and there you go. So the anchor isn't the best quality, but you see what I'm getting at. So now we have our first item, portfolio, project, or client, you name it. Now we want to do the exact same thing, but actually move it here to the side. And it kind of looks weird here, but I'm going to show you why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, okay? So I have this here. I'm going to change this to 2. And what is the second client that we have on here? NordVPN, okay. NordVPN and Cyber. Security. Cool. All right. And then obviously I'm going to have the logo, but this is what I'll do next. And then my remaining 2 clients, put the exact same thing in the middle. Maybe I'll do it on the left side too, just kind of make it stand out. And I'm going to show you how we actually get the animations in here. But just to preview the site real quick, this is what it looks like. And now let's get into it. I'll be back in just a second, y'all. I like that. All right. So now we are here. Let me click preview. And this is what our website currently looks like. It's still a little boring because there's no animations. But now let's add some animations. Okay, so for number 1, let's add an animation. Let's click at the site. 2, our hero image or text or title, you name it. And the way you add animations is in the top right corner here where it says animation effects, a little lightning there. And you can do whatever you want here. Actually, before animation, I want to show you something really cool. You don't have to do any CSS for this, but you can actually do something pretty cool on this actual website. Let's look for cursor, and you can actually add or change your cursor. You know, the normal cursor is this on my mouse right now, but let's say I want to change it to something else. Rocket. This is gonna be kind of cool. Yeah. This looks sick. And I think I like green. Just for fun, we'll use this. I think this is cool. Cool enough. Probably not going to really match well, but take a look at what happens now. Now, rather than it's my mouse, you get this little cool thing, right? So actually, it's not the best looking anchor. Let's change that. I don't really like that. I thought it would be cool. Let's just say brand. No. What should we put on here? Arrow. Arrow works. Yeah. Oh, that looks nice. I like this. Cool. Now, when we're on here, here's a normal cursor. And there's like, oh, that looks sick. Okay, I like this a lot. Okay, so we got the cursor going, but now let's go back to the animations that everyone wants to do. So the way you do that is you go in the animation section up here. You click add. There's a bunch of animations pre-made here, but I don't want that. I want to add my own animation. Let's make this a kind of like glide. No, it's low. Okay, I think that's cool. That's cool. Now we can adjust it on how fast we want it to be. I'm going to add a little short delay. I think 1.5 seconds too long. Yeah, so let's do 0.2. So when you go on the website, right? So click view, boom. Now, I don't want just that section or the bottom section. We're going to actually add animations to everything. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here, but it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to have this kind of do, what does this look like? No, it's ugly. No. Oh, that looks sick. No. Oh, okay. I like this a lot. Okay, I think that's sick, and we're gonna adjust this a little bit, add a little bit more delay on top of that because of the title. So now we're gonna review this, preview it, title, boom. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking this a lot. Okay, now what about this? Okay, so this is super basic. You can do whatever you want with this section. I just made it basic on purpose, but I want to show you that even though it's super basic, with animations, this can really stand out. So let's go add some of our own animations here. In this case, I'm gonna use reveal. No. I'm gonna do, we're gonna do arc, adjust animation. 0.3 from left. Boom. And then we'll do the next one. Add animation, arc, adjust it. We're going to do 0.3. I'm going to do 0.4 from right. This is 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. This one. Another animation, arc. I'm going to do from the left on this one. Delay 0.5. And then same thing with this. Arc, adjust animation from the right. We're going to do 0.7. Let's just do 0.9 for this for fun. Okay, so now let's look at what our website will be. Right after all of this work, let's see what this looks like. Oh, messed up. Go back from the top. Now let's take a look at this. Yo, that looks sick. Of course, there are things you can do to make this look better, but I think this is just kind of cool how it stands out, especially as we scroll down and you see your clients or portfolio. Okay, I think the 0.5 is a little too long. Let me kind of adjust that. I think it went a little bit too much on that. Let's just keep it like that. Yeah. And now let's go back one more time. Let's see what this looks like. Boom. That's sick. I think that's cool, right? And so this is what a pretty sick standout portfolio scroll looks like. Of course, there's so much more you can do. Again, this isn't the best looking website, but as you can tell, animations make a huge difference when it comes to your portfolio, and it makes it stand out a lot. Imagine if you had a lot more clients. Imagine what you can do with this. So I'm pretty excited about this. Anyway, I hope y'all liked this video. I'll see y'all next one. Peace.